One of the things that I'm really interested in is how we know the past and the realisation that we possibly can't know the past.
The reason why I'm looking at these athletes is that I think they tell us a lot about British identity.
A lot of my work is based around public archaeology and the principle that this is all of our cultural inheritance.
My research is going to use contemporary writers to think about how we might feel differently in and about flat spaces.
I use the early Norwegian black metal scene as a case study, and I want to try and get beneath this veneer of sensationalist coverage, like moral panics.
Our culture seems to really value cleanliness and decluttering, but along with that comes a kind of demonization of people who are collecting.
Gambling is a cultural constant, from the blood sport of bare-knuckle boxing and animal baiting in pre-Victorian times through the rise of illegal betting shops.
The OXO cube, which is something that most people are very familiar with, encapsulates or illustrates a recurring humanitarian vision.
Being at the border and being asked for your passport, and how anxious you feel, how honest you look, what kind of story you're going to be giving.
I think the writing and the art that was produced around decolonisation is some of the most important work that was produced in the 20th century.
Fashion is a really profound way of thinking, particularly about women's experience. I'm interested in the way in which, in their work, they're using fashion to think about bigger philosophical issues.
These were all figures who were born in the Caribbean but competed for Britain or for England, whose place as British citizens was often questioned.
So you can't own the past. There is no such thing as private archaeology.
But I'm thinking, what are the ways that we can think about hoarders outside of this kind of an illness, right, of a mental illness?
Right through to the rise of the smartphone, gambling has long been embedded in our everyday lives.
Some early humanitarian handbooks compared feeding people to putting petrol in a machine.
Why might someone actually want to be inscrutable as opposed to seeming to be so open and honest?
I hope that putting these histories on the radio can bring this to life for a wider audience who I think will be interested to know about them.